is your first time, I hope you'll stay. Espero que te quedes. Now, today we're doing a topic that I don't believe we've ever done. Last week in lesson, we had an incident which I suppose you could describe as fairly embarrassing with a student. Now, the conversation came up and we found that we didn't know how to express what was going on in the class with the right words, and it's because we don't teach this to you. So today, the topic is la expresión, okay? Excretion, what comes out of your body, what is expelled from your body, okay? So we're going to look at all these common things that are quite normal. They happen a lot in class. We have to deal with it, and so we have to have the right vocabulary to talk about it. It's everyday life, and if it's life, we're going to cover that vocabulary in Spanish lesson. Today I've done something that I don't usually do. I have put the nouns, los sustantivos, the nouns, right next to the verbs because most of them have a noun. And that way I believe it'll be easier for you when it comes to learning and revising these words. So the first word I have for you is sudor, which is sweat. Okay? The sweat comes out of your skin. Sudor, sweat. And the action, the verb, sudar, sudar. So you see it's the same thing, you just changing the O to an A and you have to sweat. Estás sudando mucho. You're sweating a lot. Sudar. No sudo mucho. I don't sweat a lot. So sudar is to sweat. Okay? Let me know if you already knew that one, because I feel as though this is probably one of the few that you would have seen prior to this lesson. The next one, I've labeled these all wrong. So we actually have, I think we have 11 there. I only meant to give you 10. Lucky you. Okay, next one, caca, which is the word that was used. Poop, we would say informally poop. And in Spanish, the word that was used was this, cagar. But we don't say that. Cagar in English would literally be S-H-I-T, which I would never say, and I would never encourage you to use that word. It's just very inappropriate and quite crude, so I wouldn't use that. I would say in Spanish, hacer de vientre, okay? Or do number 2. Okay, do number 2. If you want to be very formal, I suppose we would say to defecate. Yes? No one says that a lot, but it's the formal way, okay? To defecate or do number 2, which is very colloquial, what children normally say. Okay? So formal and very, very informal. Yeah. Hacer caca, little children normally say in Spain. Or you could just say, necesito ir al baño, okay? I need to go to the toilet. That is it. We do not need all the details about what you're going to do there. We understand, okay? And guys, we don't all need to guess what people are going to do in the toilet. They're going to go to the toilet, that is their business. End of conversation. Right. Colloquially, you will hear pis, okay, hacer pis. So pis is P, the noun P. More formally, orina, okay? And the same, in English would be urine. And the verb to pee or to urinate. More formally in Spanish, orinar, okay? Orinar, which would be to urinate, to pee or to urinate. Okay, right. Next one, lágrima. We all do this, lágrima, tear or teardrop. Okay, and what's the verb? Llorar, which is to cry. So, to cry, and lágrima is tear or your teardrop. Okay? Right, I don't want to put poop here, I don't want to write it down. You see, I think we've just always been funny about this subject, and so it's probably why we don't teach it so much, but it's necessary, and so we must cover it. Fela refers to earwax, okay, the brown thing that you clean out your ear, okay? What? Wax or earwax. So let's stick wax down there and expulsar, which is to expel. Okay? Okay, to get rid of. To expel or to pass. You know, you would say, when you think of passing, you would think of passing wind, gas, pasar gas, no? Expulsar gases. Yeah, to expel, no, I think we would say to pass gas. To pass wind. My granddad used to say that a lot. Pass, if you want to pass wind, go to the toilet. So, to pass wind. Okay, so to expel or to pass. Okay? Pass wind sounds extremely old, isn't it? Really quite dated. Right, next. Eructo is a verb, okay? A verb which we all do, especially after those visit rings. And if you look at that, the verb is to burp. Some people might say belch in English. And look at that, verb. I say verb, but there are people who say belch. It's the same thing. Okay, you have another visit ring. Eructas, you burp. Okay? Next, riñón, which is a kidney. Okay, kidney. Let's write it up here. We're running out of space, guys. Your kidney, which is responsible for this, filtrar sangre, which is to filter blood. Filtrar sangre, to filter blood. Filter blood. Don't want that looking like a pea. What else comes out of our body? What else oozes out of our body? Think. There's actually one that's not on the board. What oozes out of our body? There's moco. Moco, your booger, that's not on the board. Or bogies. Okay, I did not put that one, but that oozes out your body as well, doesn't it? Right, sangre. We worry more when this comes out of our body because we tend to think, well, we're okay if our blood is where it's supposed to be in our veins. Sangre, blood, sangrar, to bleed. So sangrar, to bleed. To bleed. Estás sangrando de la nariz. You've got a nosebleed. You're bleeding through your nose. Blood, sangre. Next one is quite easy. It's the same in both languages. Vomito, vomit. Yes. Not the most pleasant lesson, I know, but someone has to teach this stuff, right? So vomit, I'm not going to put that down because it's the same. Just take off the O and vomit that, which is to puke or to vomit, the same. To vomit or to puke. Okay? Not going to vomit that. I don't normally vomit. Okay. Pero, people say this a lot, but again, it is quite an informal way of saying things. Pedo, which is, again, gas that you pass through your anus. Okay? We're going to put that down through an ano. Okay? You guys write that a lot when you're writing years. You forget to put this squiggly thing on top, and it's actually anus without it. So remember, without that, it's your anus. What comes through your anus? That is right. Pero, okay? F-A-R-T. Right. I don't like to say that. When I was little, we used to say smelly. Did you do a smelly? Did I? Pero. It's literally to F-A-R-T. But I would say to pass wind. Okay? To pass wind. More formally, to pass wind. Or to blow off To blow off. Did you blow off? You're always blowing off. That's why you know who you are. My classroom's always smelly because of you, but it's alright. Okay, so to blow off is tirar pelo. The last one I have here is saliva. What's that? Saliva? That is right, it's saliva. And the verb is salivar, which is to salivate. Okay, to drool even. A baby or a dog might drool or dribble. A baby might dribble. Okay, so to drool. I might be drooling over you and your food because it looks delicious. Estoy salivando, yes, because it looks so delicious. Love that. Okay, so these are our nouns related to things that come out of your body for good function. And over here we have your adjectives, which when we stop and look at the list, it is quite gross, it is quite disagreeable, but that's what it is. Okay, so adjective, tóxico. So toxic. Some of those smells that some of us expel does cause one to think of toxicity, right? Right, but saying that is absolutely necessary. So, it's funcional. Okay, it's muy funcional. It makes your body function well, so it's functional. That's the word we would use when we're talking about excretion, okay? To make sure everything's functioning well. We need to eliminate certain matters, okay? There's a mistake here. Should be eliminatorio. Eliminating. Just covered what I said before. Okay, maloliente, malodorous, okay, which is just smelling, okay, not pleasant. You wouldn't want that in a perfume, okay. Maloliente is stinky, smelly, or malodorous, okay. Sano, healthy, which we've seen in other subjects, in other topics. The next adjective which we might use to describe excretion is incómodo. Maybe you just need to let something out and then afterwards you'll feel more comfortable. Incómodo, say uncomfortable. Are you uncomfortable watching this video? We need to do it, uncomfortable or not. And this one I like, again, quite related, taboo, which is off limits. We don't talk about something because it's off limits, it's taboo, and we don't like to talk about it. Definitely relating to this topic. Right, and why is that? It's desagradable, okay? It's unpleasant. Desagradable, unpleasant. It's unpleasant because you don't want to do it in front of anyone, okay? Which of these from the list would you want to do in front of someone? For me, it would be none, yeah? When you're sweating a lot, you feel uncomfortable, right? Look at the list. It's all a bit desagradable, it's all a bit unpleasant, and you wouldn't want to do any of this in front of people. So that's why it's quite private and we don't talk about it a lot. And when it does happen in front of people, it's quite embarrassing. I should have added that to the list. Embarrassing, do you know what embarrassing is? If you know what the word embarrassing is in Spanish, put it down below. And it does start with either E or V. Okay? Let me know down below. The next one, grosero, which is rude. Yeah, it might be seen as rude if you were to all of a sudden start picking the wax out of your ear in front of someone, or burp, or vomit. It is quite rude. It would be considered rude, even though it might not be your intention. Because if you start vomiting, it's very likely it's not something you can control. Right. After saying all of that, we must remember that it's quite normal. Okay? It's very normal. So that had to go on the list as well. just to let you know that just because it's uncomfortable, just because it's disagreeable, it doesn't mean that it's not normal. We're human beings and this is a part of life. So we cannot omit it, we have to learn about it, and that is it. Quickly, I'm going to give you some expressions that I would like for you to learn related to the topic of excreción. If somebody says that you are de of, lágrima, tear, fácil, easy. The lágrima fácil, it means that you cry easily. Okay? Or you're a bit of a crybaby. Let's put it like that. You're a bit of a crybaby. Okay? No le digas eso a María. Es de lágrima fácil. Okay? Don't tell Maria that. She's a bit of a crybaby. Okay? Next one. Gastar saliva. Literally to waste saliva. It's just saying you're wasting your breath. When you say something and you're just saying it in vain because it's going to have no consequence at all, it really doesn't matter what you're saying. Because the person perhaps is not going to listen to you anyway, you will apply this, okay? No voy a gastar saliva. I'm not even going to waste my breath. What's the point? Love this one. Okay, jot that one down, number 2. And the last one, number 3, llevar algo en la sangre. Literally means to carry something in the blood. And it just means that you have something in your blood. You might hear, well, pues lo lleva en la sangre. Su madre también era así de talentosa. She has it in her blood. Her mom was that talented as well. So it's when you inherited something from your family, we'd apply that. Whether it's speed or brains or whatever it is, it's been inherited. Okay, that is it. Okay, let me know qué llevas en tu sangre. Okay, I hope you found this lesson useful, and yeah, share it with your science teacher, or learn a bit of Spanish in science next week. Anyways, guys, that is it. I'm going to leave you. Do make sure that you jot down the ones you didn't know so you'll have it later. And with that, I'm going to say hasta pronto.